Thanks for joining me. This is John Torres, Infotech Eddie, and at infotecheddy.com. Today I'm doing a full foam pickleball paddle comparison between three paddles, in which include the Honolulu J2FC Plus, the VSol Power Flash by Vatic Pro, and the Enhanced Pickleball Duo. Let's get right to it. All right. I originally planned on comparing just the J2FC Plus and the VSol Power Flash, since both of those are hybrid shaped paddles. But after spending some time with the Enhanced Duo, I felt like it deserved to be part of the conversation. Even though it's an elongated shape and plays differently, I feel like since it's a new paddle that I just got maybe about 2 weeks ago or so, I felt like it'll be a good time to give you guys a comparison for that. Now, all three are full foam core paddles and they play differently. So I'll be breaking down the feel, balance, dinks, drives, drops, volleys, and more. And then at the end, or close to the end, I'll give you guys actually which one I'll take into the tournament. Let's get right to the first impressions and feel. All right, let's start with the plushness and the overall feel, because that's where full foam paddles really separate themselves. The Enhanced Duo has the most plush feel out of all three, no question. Now I'm gonna stretch it out there. This has the most plush feel out of almost all of my paddles, and this is an amazing feeling paddle. The ball pockets extremely well and feels incredible on contact. So if you're looking for something like that out of foam, Enhanced Duo, man, this is really one I would recommend for that. Next, we have the J2FC Plus. Now, honestly, it's not far behind. It has a very comfortable dampened feel and poppy sound, which is really satisfying when you're trying to get those nice hits. I feel like this one, I can see why people really enjoy this paddle. The VSol Power, however, is the firmest paddle of the three. Early on, it was harder for me to feel the ball on soft shots, but over time, I've gotten used to it. I did have to add some weight for stability, but I don't know why. This feels right at home every time I go and play with an elongated shape and I come back to this one. I'm just going to say this again. I said it in another video. This is such an underrated paddle. People are going towards those really knocking, thud, hard, harsh sound paddles. This is such a good paddle. I would really highly recommend for somebody to give it a try, but it's going to take some time to really get used to those kind of soft and tight hits. All right, one worth thing mentioning again about the VSol Power Flash is that it actually reminds me a lot of my Vatic Prism Flash 14mm. The sound profile is very similar. The Prism is a little bit more in plush, of course, but on soft hits, they're actually pretty close in regards to how that thing feels. So if you're transitioning from maybe that and you want to get more power, man, this is the thing to get here. So let's talk about power. Of course, the VSol Power, not just because of that, but it is the most power. It has the most power from my feel and how it responds on those drives and volleys. The Enhanced Duo is not far behind. I feel like it definitely provides some response to that. I feel like it's a little deceptive because it's such a pocketing of the ball and dwell that you feel like you might not get the same, but man, this thing feels just right at a good balance for that power and pop. The J2FC Plus comes in last, but again, these are here like really small margins comparing power. I don't have statistics or a radar gun. So if you're looking for more information, you definitely want to look into John Q's database or others like Pickleball FX, so you can kind of get at least some kind of idea which one's which based on power for that. Now, let's talk a little bit about the handle lengths itself. I feel like that can kind of give you guys some idea. The most comfortable is going to be with the Enhanced Duo because it is elongated, but I do like how the grip comes up and it just kind of gives you that great opportunity for two-handed backhands. Even if you don't do that, I feel like the balance point off of this is really great because of this paddle. I just love how it feels. I feel like this is going to be really good for those people. The J2FC Plus comes next because of the main handle length. This is the long handle, and there are options if you wanted to just get their standard handle length for the Honolulu. I like the two-handed backhand for those dinks and some returns and drives, so it gives me that opportunity. Plus, I got a big hand. One thing that I can say that's a little bit odd for me is that the grip was just a little different. It's not that tacky. I said it in a quick short video from YouTube that I put it on there. So it definitely needs some opportunity. You might want to replace this or add an overgrip. And the balance point is just a little off for me, so I feel like I'm always having to add or have my handle right at the end for some reason. But nevertheless, still does the job of what you're looking for. All right, next segment, which I love and talking about, is Dinks. Drives and drops. Let's start with dinking. The Enhanced Duo is the clear winner for me based on feel. You can truly feel, again, like I've said it many times before, you can feel the ball pocket on the face. So if you're coming from firmer paddles, it might feel like a bit too much for some dwell. So you may need a little extra push or swing to get the ball over in the net, but not by a whole lot. So if you're looking to say, man, I need something that's a little bit poppy, you're still gonna get some good pop. But when it comes to some of those dinks, you can really feel where the ball's going. You feel like little slight dwell. So if you're looking to kind of have that balance, you don't want something too firm, man, the Enhanced Duo is really gonna be the one to get that. For the next one, obviously, is gonna be J2FC Plus, again, because of that pocketing and dwell. But overall, I feel like the spin is very good across the board, all three paddles. I'm gonna give the Enhanced Duo the most grit. And again, it's not by a whole lot. I think the Enhanced Duo has a little bit more. It feels like there's more grit on here. And the least amount is the VSol Power. It doesn't really have that much grit on there, but it still has enough to really give you some good spin. So in regards to dinks, I'm going to say you have really good control on the hands. Now, again, the VSol Power, I did do a full review of this one. It's really going to take some time to get used to because it has such a firm, muted feel. Very dampened on there, so when you're getting those soft touches, it's going to take some time to get used to, and you're probably going to pop up the ball more often than not. I feel like the J2FC Plus is kind of like in the between of these two. It's not too plush like this, but not too firm, and it's just in a good spot because of that nice stability on here, man. I really enjoy playing it with that. The dinks, again, because of the balance point, I really enjoy more elongated paddles, and the balance on this one for the Enhanced Duo just is right at home. So I'd say for balance point, the Enhanced Duo is going to win it for me, then the VSol Power and balance point for J2FC Plus. I think I need to add more weight to make this feel right at home, to feel like if it was an elongated, or maybe the elongated shape for Honolulu is going to be a better bet if you're looking for something like that. All right, let's talk about drops. Now, best feeling for drops, I'm going to say is actually the J2FC Plus. I don't know why, it just feels the best. It has such a great sweet spot. I was able to get some really nice control on this one for those drops. It's not too overpowering. It's not as plush as the Enhanced Duo. So it's kind of like a fight between the Enhanced Duo and the J2FC Plus on drops. So it kind of gives you a good idea where it's not like pocketing as much, but it kind of gives you that nice control, so it's not popping up the ball as much. Now the Enhanced Duo is not bad. It really is a really nice shaping of the shot because, again, it has such great dwell, but it's going to take some time to adjust if you're coming from a firm poppy paddle. And of course, the VSol Power is just going to be a beast of itself because it's so firm, very muted. It's going to take some time to adjust for that. I say the VSol Power is the hardest to manage on drop, but it's not bad. It just takes more adjustment. Overall, I'm going to give the edge on the drops to the J2FC Plus. Now, drives. This is really where I love to drive the ball on serves. Let's talk about that. The VSol Power is going to be the one to get for that. Now, it's very hard to say, like the Enhanced Duo and the VSol Power, they're very close, very, very, very close. I just don't know why I feel very connected to the drives on the VSol Power for some reason. This thing just kind of activates like some superpower, and it just really just gives you what you're looking for. I think that's really where this is going to thrive more, on those drives and those putaways. This is really what you're looking for. I love it on that. Now, the Enhanced Duos are really close because it lets you shape the shots. I was really loving. I feel like I have more control with the drives versus the VSol Power. So if you're looking a little bit more dwell and pocket, and you want kind of power with some control where it's not overly poppy, this is really where you're going to go. If you're taking pure pace and penetration, man, VSol Power is going to win. Now, drives, it's just going to take me some time. You can see here, I added some weight on the top. Just doesn't do it for me on serves. I was having trouble with it. I just feel like the balance point is just off for me. Again, maybe it's just this kind of paddle and I need to add more weight for it, but I'm going to say it just took me some time to really kind of adjust, and not really liking the drives on this one. I think it does have some nice pop. I really love the sound. It's very satisfying for it. Stability wise, by far there is none like this, but you're kind of getting towards like a wide body. If you want my honest opinion, I'd rather play with a Vatic Bloom wide body then play with this one. I just like the balance point of that one. I tried the Saga 14 millimeter Bloom. If you're considering J2FC Plus, I would say just consider maybe also a Bloom wide body because it is cheaper. But if you're all on the gate of stability and you want to go with something like this, that's up to you. I'll let you guys decide for that one. Let's talk about the volleys and hard exchanges. During volley exchange and hard hits, obviously the VSol Power is going to come on top. I just feel that firmer feel and stability for this kind of paddle, it really shines. The enhanced dual still performs well. Like I said, excellent control. Really enjoying this one here. The J2FC Plus, I've said it before, very stable. Like I can see why people are really liking it, but overall to me, it plays like a wide body, just like I said. Overall thoughts on the J2FC Plus. Personally, I'd rather play with the Saga Bloom. I spent some time with it, and honestly, the Bloom has a better balance point, a great sweet spot, handle length that works better for me, and it's significantly cheaper. It's just so much cheaper, about $100 versus $195 before discount codes. I'd rather go with the Bloom versus the J2FC Plus. That's just my take. I don't have any Honolulu codes, but if you're looking to get some, look online. Obviously, use your favorite YouTubers for that. Obviously, if you're looking for a Vatic Pro discount or actually an enhanced dual discount, use my discount code TechYeti. It helps out the channel and you can kind of get a discount off the paddle. All right, let's talk about if I had a tournament tomorrow, here's what I would choose. The paddle of choice and why I would go with it is the enhanced dual paddle. This paddle has an incredible feel off the face, top tier dwell for a foam paddle, great balance, excellent plow through, and one of the most satisfying sounds and feel when you hit the ball. This is gonna be one of my top choices of paddles next to the Bread and Butter Loco. This one is just right at home. It feels excellent. I would highly recommend it for the price. But honestly, I would play this over any day over the J2FC Plus. I'm sorry, I just can't see myself playing that. Even though I do have better control with drops and drips, I just don't feel like the balance for drives is what I'm looking for. And for dinks, I just don't like the balance point of this. I just don't like it at all. It just doesn't suit my game. This one, I would recommend it all day, any day. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you're looking to say a difference and see which one you like, for me, I just feel like the balance point feels better, the grip, overall everything. I just prefer it more on the VSol Power or the J2FC Plus. All right, let's wrap it up in conclusion. I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches, subscribes, comments, and hits a thumbs up. It truly means a lot to me. This year, I didn't think I was going to do any pickleball content. And I said, you know what, let me just go in and see how it is. I just want to thank all of the paddle companies for giving me the opportunity to review your paddles. I also have pickleball paddle discounts from Vatic Pro, Friday Pickle, Loose Pickleball, Lemon 624, and also Enhanced Pickleball. I just want to say a thank you for everyone and anyone who used my discount codes. It really helps support the channel and motivates me more to keep going. If it wasn't for that, honestly, I probably wouldn't do as much. So we'll see how that goes. And at the end of the day, I just love this game. I love making these videos. It keeps me moving and keeps me going. But you know what really makes me going? If you just keep watching, click on a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make it better. And like I always tell everybody, take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is not set in stone. You know, all these companies do have some form of return policy. So if you're finding that what I say is not true, you know, just check out with them and see if they give you some return policy to return the paddles. Nevertheless, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.